it was much easier to go without heroin in Finland than be in Baltimore letting men blow me for $10.
For sure.
So you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
I'll just endure it because I'll get paid out of it, and I'll just make it happen on the next go around.
There's no justice in that. we weighed nothing.
You started off sounding really
I
smart.
was expecting I was going to get some like that voice. Nothing. Fucking crickets to my guy.
Yeah, that was not. There's no justice weighed there.
But that's my, justification of.
So that was a go-to moneymaker in Baltimore, letting guys blow you.
Yeah.
But
it was easy.
what about guys that wanted you to blow them?
It never happened. It never.
Oh, we lost eye contact when you said that.
Let's weigh the scale of justice here.
Oh, fucking Tony
Lady
Robbins
Liberty.
Jr. over here. Set the record
Lady
straight.
Liberty over here.
I gotta believe that in that situation, it's like, all right, well, if a guy blowing you is $10, maybe like, hey, if I'm gonna.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be the blower,
Totally.
then that's gotta, everything's got a price.
Why do heroin addicts always like itch their nose? Is that a thing? Like,
Dude,
where they're always
I used to itch everything. It wasn't just
Yeah,
my
yeah.
nose.
That's opiates are called itchy and scratchies.
Yeah.
really?
Yep. And I was never really into it. It was annoying to me to be itching. I would take these morphine pills, and I was just like, man, I don't want.
When would you take these morphine pills? You didn't get addicted? Like, that's pretty rare.
I would take morphine pills when I was given them.
I loved it. I loved it. That was just, he would get annoyed with having to itch for morphine pills, but I can recall vividly being locked in a hotel with him and like him not like really letting us leave the room until we watched footage of him and being terrified of him seeing us out of eyesight. And
Nothing's changed.
that annoyed, but itching annoyed him.
Yeah.
God forbid he itches. Jesus Christ. And I'm the bad guy here.
Yeah. Yeah, you've always been like that, huh?
Yeah. Imagine how bad it was before.
Dude, I remember being...
Okay, so walk us through some prison pocket stuff.
Okay, yeah.
We're particularly fascinated because you might be aware about Vinny's experience with the prison pocket.
I am.
Did you see his reenactment of it?
I did. God bless you, man.
Yeah, that was a rough one. That reenactment was a lot bigger of a package than when I went into jail.
Yeah, a criminally underviewed video on my YouTube
I know,
channel.
dude.
Shocking
I know.
demonstration of how to smuggle things into prison.
Yeah.
The times are changing, maybe, boys.
I don't know, maybe it's suppressed.
Yeah, maybe.
People are like, I don't know.
So here's how. So I negotiate the 11 and a half to 23, 30 weekends, 6 months house arrest, right? While we're doing that, I'm still getting high. The suitcase, aka my asshole, is in full effect. Every Friday, I load it up with drugs, get in, sniff them, sleep my weekend away, discharge Sunday night. Monday night, religiously, we have that radio show on Sirius Satellite.
Yeah.
Radio Bam. I forget, it was a room maybe 2 times the size of this, and it's just like this, and there's a guy working the boards, and I forget that we're going live to the nation the majority of the time, and we'd be drinking, drugging, whatever, and you just forget. You feel like you're talking to your buddies. And I proceeded on one of these episodes to talk about how the COs, the white shirts of George W. Hill, the facility I was incarcerated in at the time, were worthless, and how my dead grandmother could do a better job than them, and how I was, in particular, sneaking my drugs in on the weekend.
Wow.
So that was a Monday night. I then go back on a Friday, and they say, Mr. Novak, get over here, when they're doing roll call for the intake. And I'm like, what? So they pull me out of this line. They put me in the other line. They then put me in the intake wing of just the regular population of the jail. And I'm in the cell, and I do my drugs. And Saturday, I'm just thinking it's a mix-up. Maybe, I don't know what's wrong. But there's a bang on the door, and there's one of those white shirts I was talking about. And they said, come with us. And they take me into this control room where there's a whole bunch of white shirts, all sergeants in there. They're standing in a circle, and they put me like in the middle. And there's a one who's sitting like in the corner on a computer, and he will not look at me. And he could tell he's the boss. And he starts repeating verbatim what I said on that radio show as the other ones just start smacking me around.
Oh, smacking you around. Did they investigate your pocket? Did they?
No, they did. What they did was they.
So you had a fully loaded butthole.
I had already did it at that point because I had made it in. But they revoked my situation right there, basically, and made my next year a living hell. And that jail actually was rated one of the most corrupt jails because it was privately owned at the time. It's now publicly owned.
So there was no more storage.
No, there was no more release dates for me. And what they would do is they would move me to these different blocks. First, they put me in the SHU, special housing unit, where it's 23 and 1. I'm locked in a cell 23 hours a day. I can come out 1 hour a day, 1 day, 3 days a week to get a shower, and they unlock you. And you could only have a Bible if you had one. No reading materials, no commentary. And this is right in the beginning. So I'm detoxing from methadone, Xanax, and heroin at the same time. And I'm hallucinating. I'm thinking that the warden is sleeping with my ex-fiance. I'm thinking that I'm on The Price is Right. I'm feeding this imaginary pig that I named Minson. And
Minson?
Minson, yeah. And I have this cellie, and his name's Streets. He's this Muslim jihad guy, great guy. And he like caught me jerking off one day on the top cell. He's like, yo, you jerking off? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I feel some kind of fucking way about that. Not like any particular way, but just some kind of way. Like, it's a little vague. Give me a little bit of direction here. Are you mad? Are you happy? Where are we going with this?
Jesus.
And then so they put me from there to another block. And then once they realized they couldn't do anything more with me, they revoked my time. They would then come and they'd rip all the cell blocks apart just to make the other prisoners mad at me, because any block they put me on meant that I was hot and they were going to disrupt the block, you know?
Do you like shopping on Amazon? I do. And good news is, Steve-O's butt wipes for your butthole are available on Amazon. And if you want a real bundle of a deal, you can get Steve-O's hot sauce for your butthole, plus Steve-O's butthole destroyer, and Steve-O's butt wipes for your butthole. It's the butthole bundle, available on Amazon right now.
Yeah, dude.